thanks for clicking on the video. Hit the subscribe button for more weekly content, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss a thing. So, it was Kari all along. I mean, we all knew, but still, that's a hard pill to swallow. What's good, peeps? What's poppin'? How are you doing? Welcome to a brand new What If video. Seeing everybody's favorite Queen of Light fall to darkness has been the main focus of this series for 5 parts now. And in these parts, we've seen Kari do some things at the Digimon Emperor that would put the original to shame. And now, it seems her grand plan dwarfs the likes of Ken and his Chimeramon. Let's unravel just what our new Digimon Emperor has in store for the Digidestined. Just like in the What If that went up this week on Monday, if this gets 15 likes, we'll continue this series into part 6. Our story continues with the big reveal that the Digimon Emperor is none other than Kari. News of this hit hard on our team, but not nearly as hard as it did for Davis and TK. Sure, Davis had gotten over her, but it was still hard to believe that the girl he once had feelings for a year ago could actually be evil. For TK, he didn't know what to feel. Shock, anger, hurt, despair. Kari, please, tell me that's not you.
Looks like I won't be needing this anymore,
she said, removing her voice changer. It's like I told you before, TK. It's time to stop playing superhero. Lady Devimon, get rid of them. And with that order, the Dark Digimon swooped in to finish the job, while Kari and Makomon left the scene. All but TK did their best to narrowly dodge each attack, and the attacks they dished out barely seemed to have an effect. They're up against an ultimate level Digimon, something far stronger than anything they've faced up to this point. TK, if you're done spacing out, we could use a little help, shouted Davis. But before he could react in time, Pegasus was directly hit by one of Lady Devimon's attacks, knocking both of them out of the sky and causing Pegasusmon to revert to Patamon. Patamon, are you okay? Say something.
I'll be fine, TK. But what about you? Right now, our friends need you at 100% to defeat Lady Devimon.
I know, but Kari, the Digimon Emperor? It's just hard to process.
I'm worried about Kari too, TK. But we can focus on her after we win.
TK knew he was right. But what could the two of them do? Lady Devimon is an ultimate Digimon, and by the looks of things, 6 armored Digimon aren't gonna cut it. TK glanced around the area, and all of a sudden, it dawned on him. No control spires. Maybe that might work. Patamon, ready for round 2?
You know it!
A bright light surrounded Patamon, attracting the attention of the other Digidestined, as well as Lady Devimon.
Patamon, did evolve too!
Angemon! It was a breathtaking sight to behold. The power of a partner's natural digivolution. It's great to see you again, Angemon. Now let's do this. Right! The angel soared in, and this time, the gap in power wasn't as high. Though Lady Devimon wasn't ultimate and Angemon was only a champion, being an angel-type Digimon allowed him to actually do some significant damage to his opponent, who was a fallen angel Digimon. That's not to say Angemon had an easy time either. She was still landing some serious blows, and if Angemon weren't careful, things wouldn't end so well for him. Once both were pushed to their limits, Angemon flew back a few feet and raised his staff in the air. The sight of this instantly brought back the memory of the fight with Devimon and TK all those years ago. Angemon, no! What are you doing? Don't worry, TK, he said with a calming smile. Everyone, lend me your strength! The other Digimon, exhausted from the battle, channeled whatever power they could to Angemon's staff before they too reverted back to their rookie forms. Fully charged, Angemon's staff absorbed into his right fist before sending it flying towards Lady Devimon as a powerful hand of fate. Lady Devimon was too tired to avoid the blast and took it directly, seemingly evaporating. Angemon, now having fully exhausted his energy, de-digivolved into Patamon and went crashing to the ground. TK and the others raced over to the spot where Patamon landed, hoping and praying the little guy was alive. Once they got to him, his partner scooped him in his arms, calling out for him to wake up with tears rolling down his face after what felt like an eternity.
I told you. Not to worry.
Patamon happily but weakly said before exhaustion completely overtook him. A huge air of relief was felt by the group, but something caught Cody's eye several feet ahead of them.
Who's that? That isn't Mekomon, is it?
They all looked towards where Cody directed and saw another cat-like Digimon. This one pretty beat up and for some reason crawling away. This one had a unique feature though. Tail ring.
Gatomon?
TK's voice prompted the Digimon to quickly turn around at the group before hurrying back into the dense forest. So much has happened in a short amount of time, so for now the best course of action is to regroup back home. Plus, TK needed to have a long discussion with Tai about his sister. The following morning, he went and did just that. He considered telling the older kids as a group, but he decided against it, thinking that at the moment, Tai is the only one who needs to know. When TK showed up at the Kamiya residence, it wasn't a welcome he'd expected. Tai was the one who opened the door with a very explicit look of hopelessness on his face. Through the open door, TK could hear the sounds of Mrs. Kamiya sobbing.
Oh, TK. I'm sorry, but now isn't the best time, as you can probably tell.
The younger Digidestin had a hunch about this air of despair.
It's about Kari, isn't it? How'd you know?
I've got something you need to hear. Upon hearing those words, Tai stepped out with TK in order to find out what's going on with his sister. Before TK told his bit, Tai revealed to him that Kari left a note to the family, claiming she's never returning home. There wasn't much to the note except that she said that she's done with the human world. In a state of shock from reading the note, the parents assumed the worst, but Tai knew that Kari was referring to remaining in the digital world. It was here that TK gravely told Tai about her being the Digimon Emperor. He also told him the details involving Megamon and Lady Devimon.
I'm sorry, Tai. I had no idea. I let you down. I couldn't save her at all.
Yes, this news was heartbreaking for Tai to hear, but tears and doubt aren't going to bring her back.
No, TK. None of us could have done anything to prevent this. Whatever force is taking hold of my sister is stronger than we imagined. But we've taken on strong beings before, and we won. As a team. Us older kids will do our best to help, but in the end, it'll be up to you and the others to save her.
TK hated the idea of knowingly fighting against his best friend, but he knew that the worst thing he could do is to let her be completely consumed by darkness. Considering what they're going up against, it's gonna be a long battle. Meanwhile, back in the digital world, in an elusive base, the Digimon Emperor is completing some blueprints for some new device. On it, it read, Ultimate Siphon. Essentially, it was like the Dark Spiral with a small antenna on it.
At last, it's complete.
With a push of a button, the device materialized in front of her.
Gatomon! Be a dear and give this to our test subject. Yes, Kari.
She obediently took it and swiftly made her way to the holding cells. It wasn't long before she reached the desired cell.
Gatomon! Why? I'm sorry.
And that's where this part will end for today. It's getting spicy now. The Digimon Emperor's plans are coming into full fruition. So if you guys want to see what's going to happen in the next part, you know what to do. 15 likes for part 6. But like and comment whatever you guys think is going to happen. What do you guys think? What suggestions do you have for future what if scenarios, whether it be Digimon, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, any other piece of anime or media that you would like to see? Thank ya, and I'll catch you guys on Monday for a new what if. Bye bye.